Hello everyone, how's it going? Happy solar eclipse new moon for April 8th, 2024. I wasn't able to do the Facebook Live feature for some reason, so I just wanted to pop on and do this quick blessing for the new moon today, because new moons are definitely like my favorite energetically. So let's see, two different things. One, I just wanted to read a prayer from the International Metaphysical Ministry. So if you're a fellow University of Sedona person, you could follow along technically in Module 1, but that's where I'm reading from. And this was created by Dr. Paul Leon Masters, who created the University of Metaphysics, of which I'm a student, graduate student, to become a metaphysical minister with. So that's why I do these little blessings from his work, also because I really appreciate the Rosicrucian foundation to this material very deeply, and I firmly believe that we need it in this time. So here we go. This is just a prayer treatment, quote, quote. Divine God mind of the universe, at the center of my mind, heart, and being. Your presence is the source of my having and maintaining a positive attitude about myself and my life. It is through your transcendent being that all darkness and all shadows of negativity are removed from my mind and heart. My mind thinks clearly in the infinite light of your presence within me. My positive attitude about myself and life is founded upon and moved by your presence within me every day. My attitude is one of unwavering positivism, as your presence within me is eternal. For you, the blessing of this reality and this life, and my improved attitude about myself, I give thanks, I let it be so, and so it is. And I specifically just wanted to share this one because I'm really feeling the power of the Mercury retrograde, like I've said in the last two videos, kind of seeping in more quietly than the Aries solar energy here, or lunar energy, you could say. Trying to help us remember that as we're pushing ahead with this Aries firepower, which I love because I'm a Western Sag, and I've got Aries daughters, so I understand it, I appreciate it, I worship it. I love fire energy. I feel like, it's so important. We need it to initiate. We need it to get going. We need it to be risk takers. But I love that the Mercury retrograde simultaneously through this eclipse season and this specifically eclipse portal that we've been sandwiched within lately, I feel like Mercury is making us revisit, rethink, reflect, and not in this like catastrophic way. I'm so sick of the narratives surrounding Mercury retrograde. There's so much more going on here that's beautiful. Mercury just wants us to recommunicate right now, even if that's with ourselves, and make sure that we're not stepping on or stepping over, stepping past our own needs, our own thoughts and dreams and visions, but also those of who we love the most dearly. And it kind of just, one example is, I feel like there's so much pressure sometimes with social media that I feel like maybe we're trying to like chase this egoic representation of who we want to be. And we have to remember to wind that back in and make sure that the intentionality, the reason we're communicating at all, the reason we're creating community at all, the reason we're risk-taking at all is because we want inner harmony, and we want harmony in the 5D in our reality moving forward. So that all starts right here. And that's why I'm a big fan of this Rosicrucian practice, where doing your daily candle gazing meditation, as Dr. Masters suggests in the school. And that's such an ancient, easy practice. Even if you're not a meditator, or you can't, or you have ADD, this is such an important tool. And there's no way, especially with all this crazy eclipse firepower going on and the Aries energy telling us all to like act for the self, be of the self, move forward from the self. Of course that's important, but we have to balance that somehow, and I feel like the essential tool is the meditation, even if it's 1 minute. And all you're doing, the goal is to do that, breathe in, breathe out, and connect with the divine and your humanity at the same time in that regard. And this is such an ancient practice. This is not a new age fad. And I feel like we can't survive without the meditation. So I didn't mean to get on that soapbox at all, so I'll get down. But That's just, my advice, I guess you could say, which isn't that astrology based, but it really is, because astrology is an ancient art as well. So we want to utilize these tools from, beings that were here in the past that maybe were connected to something more divine than we currently are. So I feel like there's so much wisdom to be had without reinventing the wheel. And meditation is like step one to peace, peace in here, peace out there, 100%. And I firmly believe that. So, okay, I drew a couple cards from, the Healing Waters deck, Oracle card deck, which I love, Rebecca Campbell. First card, middle card, beautiful. Bounteous. Generously given, relationships coming together. Love that. And then for the past card, past position, I got Let It Rain. That's totally what I was doing in the Redwood Forest this week, was just like letting the cleanse happen, letting the ego death occur again, so necessary. Allowing what is. Let's say that again. Let it rain, allowing what is, inevitability, trust. And then for the future card, so sweet, because it's my baby daughter's first birthday and my other daughter's birthday this month. Birth mysteries. What are you being called to create? And I was going to read from Rebecca Campbell's book on that one because it's just a really beautiful page. So I'll summarize here. She says, birth mysteries, what are you being called to create? Water is intelligent, and where there's water, there's life. We are water beings. We travel from the watery world of the Great Mother to be born into this world, and our first breath marking the transition from water into air. You are a creative being living in a creative world. This is a planet of creativity and manifestation. Creativity is your natural state. Especially ladies, don't forget about that superpower, no matter what the patriarchy is telling you about it, What would you like to create? Stay true to what you're being called to create and show up for it day after day after day. How can you show up to your vision with consistency? So that's all for us today. Thank you all so much. I'm just wishing you a great new moon, and this energy is going to be felt for at least 6 months. Eclipses are so powerful. So, just get out in nature and see what happens. I kind of felt like a little Jesus-like when I was in the woods this weekend, and I thought I was just going to go have a good time and go camping, and it was all going to be chill, but I wasn't going to share this, but I just had the biggest breakdown. I just started crying so hard, and I realized that there was one thing in my life, one lie that I had told myself that I was I had started to believe it. I had shoved my real emotions down so far in the name of fear to protect myself. And when I was in such a pure place this weekend in terms of the natural world in the woods, it was just there was no hiding from myself. And it was really interesting. And so now I feel purified by the eclipse. I'm so glad that I looked at that and that I was put in a position where I could no longer hide that from myself, because I feel free now, and that now that I'm working from a place at least of truth instead of hiding from myself, hiding from what I really want. So what truth is being eclipsed for you? What have you maybe shoved down there in order to survive? Aries is a lot about survival in terms of initiative, work ethic, war, sex, all these things. What have you been doing in the name of survival that we want to channel that Aries energy in a higher way, a more powerful way, to make sure that we're taking risks where we want to be taking the risks, and we're heading in the direction with that fire, causing the destruction, whatever it is, the heat, we're turning it up, we're focusing the fire where we want to be and not letting that fire destroy us, even if that's just in here or in here, All right, anyway, talk to you all soon. God bless.